Hello, 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 and welcome to the Foolish Tech Show. Everyone had a great Thanksgiving weekend and is ready to start off their work week with a bang. Because we're having a sale. I'm answering a question in the chat, and I'll repeat it here after I've answered it.
What's up?
Yo.
Shit, speakers are. Hang on. Cool.
So we had a question in the chat that was, if I order another bulk license pack, can they be added to my existing previous installer, or do I need to set up a new installer? And you definitely can add it to your existing installer and key. Basically, you just reply back to the email instead of submitting a new configuration. And
Sorry about that.
Let us know you want to add it to your existing key, and if you can reference that key in the email, we'll be able to get it all set up and straightened out for you. So definitely, if that configuration is working for you, you can keep using it and continue on. How was everyone else's weekend?
It wasn't bad.
That's good, that's good. Mine was spent coding.
Understood. If I say my name wrong.
What?
Even got my name wrong joining the chat. Didn't exit the chat proper. I'm just all messed up this morning.
Backwards. Ah, there you go. So, some interesting news that came out, speaking of crypto prevent and bulk licenses. DecryptorMax ransomware has been decrypted, and there's no need to pay the ransom anymore. Looks like Imisoft has created a decryptor for that, so if you've been struck with DecryptorMax ransomware, you can get those files decrypted without paying the ransom fee. I'll paste that link into the chat. So another one down. Only 1,000 more variations to have done. And hopefully they don't come out with any new private keys that just change it and they have to do it all over again. Man, this VCT Pro is shitty. I think I'm going to finally give up on it. Between the headaches with the worn out atomizers and it leaking, it's just not worth the hassle. I'm going to go back to the Atlantis 2. How's your 6 coil working out for you, Nick?
It's awesome.
Sweet.
Yay, it's just awesome.
Have you had to replace that atomizer yet?
No. I don't think I have. I mean, I had a 4 on it initially, but that was a good month ago. Probably. Well, that I got, I don't know. How long have I had that since I switched to the 6? What, 2 weeks?
I think so.
3 weeks, maybe. I was doing well.
I finally got my YouTube videos posted of the drone footage. There's actually 2 up there that you haven't seen, Nick. The ones of Greenville. If you want to reminisce and see your old neighborhood, that's where I was flying around at. See if I can get the links for that. My page. I got an awesome channel link. How awesome that link is. Oh, I should have done this one, sorry. I got the Nag's Head beach footage up there, the Bridal Falls, which I don't think you've seen. Tank, I don't think have you even seen the beach footage, Tank?
Yeah, I've seen the beach footage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nick shared it over the meeting there.
Yeah.
Bridal Falls, which is kind of a small fall, but it's pretty cool because you can drive under it.
Uh-huh.
And then I got 2 for Greenville, North Carolina.
Ooh.
One that goes up and looks over the river and the whole town and my old neighborhood. Nick used to live over there as well. Then I go over the river and it said I was 15 feet above the river, but it looks like I'm a lot higher when you look at the footage, so I don't know how that worked out. And then I have another one where it's just me trying to play around with maneuvering and learning the controls better so that I can take it to more death-defying stunts, like going to a big waterfall and flying it around there. There was a really big waterfall on the way up to Highlands that I wanted to stop at, but when we stopped, we couldn't get to that one because it's like it doesn't really have any markers. It just has like a little pull off, and then it has a second little pull off, and if you miss both of those pull offs, you miss seeing the big waterfall. So we didn't get to that one, and then the next one that had like a big nice pull off, there were way too many trees that I didn't feel proficient enough to fly through, so I didn't get a shot of that waterfall. But Bridal Veil Falls is really easy to fly around. There weren't any trees or anything there, so that one was pretty cool. And I got a picture of Johnny and Destiny. Destiny's hanging out the window if you catch her eye there. Morning, Proctor.
Good morning.
Morning, Proctor.
Morning, Tank.
Good morning, Proctor.
Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Tank. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Brantley.
Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, world.
I got another interesting link here.
I thought I was saying good morning this whole time. Good morning, guys.
So, I know most of us are avid Google users, but how many of those links did you not know about? I didn't know about the first one that you could, that you had to have a special link to sign up for a Google account without using a Gmail account. I knew about the ad preferences. I knew about taking your data out. Did not know about the legal one, apparently they make it really easy to file copyright content.
Hmm.
I knew about the location history. I use that all the time. That's actually really awesome. That's like the only thing I look in my Google dashboard report. Knew about the history one. Who would ever delete their Gmail account? That's crazy.
I don't like that first one. Sign up without Gmail.
I knew about the security one.
Well, yeah, and you know that's an impossible link to find because trying to get an email address and like for a youngin, right, who's not 13 or whatever, you've got to be in this country 13 or whatever to do that. So you have to like lie about the kid's age, which is going to screw up their social profile and ruin their life.
Well,
Yeah.
it's actually, you don't have to be 13. It's most companies take that policy because if they allow users to sign up under 13, there's laws written that they have to like send out notices to the parents and have like mailing addresses for parents to write into, and
Oh wow.
there's like a whole lot of stuff that you have to deal with.
Well, but see, the thing is though, for like Windows 10, Chromebox, and so many other things, to get a login, to get your own login for the kid, you got to have a kid. I mean, the kid's got to have an email.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool to know that you can sign up for without an email account like a Gmail. So I've specifically run into that one before. I just ended up not creating him an account. Actually, the best thing ever happened though. Amazon finally came out with those parent accounts for the parent-child accounts or something for the Kindle, and a couple other things, but all that stuff didn't exist before. So.
Yeah, they realized that when they came out with the Fire. They're like, oh man, people are going to be giving this to their kids. We can't make them sign up with email and Amazon accounts, and we have to deal with all that young kid stuff. Hold on, I want to find what that act is. I had looked into it before.
I thought I did, but I guess not. I don't know. Excuse me.
Children's Online Privacy Protection Act.
Oh, right.
Coppa.
Bless you. I think.
Yeah, if anyone is interested in the guidelines to complying with Coppa, there is a easy A through N frequently asked questions here.
Ooh, nice.
By the FTC.
By our friends at the FTC.
Yeah.
Our friends.
Yeah, and each one of those letters has like 3 to 12 points under it. That's why they don't allow people under 13 to sign up. It's because of that.
I bet.
Did anyone see the Amazon drone video?
No.
Amazon Prime Air is coming in the near future. They already have a drone that can go up to 15 miles, I think it was, unsupervised, has avoid and detect and avoid stuff built into it, and like you place like this big letter A outside in your yard where it has a clear spot to land from, and I'm assuming it can't have tree covering, and they like put a package in the drone and it flies over to your house and drops it on the A. The video is kind of a dumb commercial, but interesting technology there. They say eventually Amazon Air drones will be as common as mail trucks. And that's all what Amazon says, so keep that in mind. That's about the only interesting things I found. Anybody else have anything interesting to talk about their weekend or that they found online? Bueller?
Bueller. I don't have anything interesting. No. Nothing interesting happened over here.
Heh.
Well, that's no fun.
I worked last week. I don't know what the heck happened.
Those were two completely different sentences and phrases, I hope.
No, they weren't.
You said, I worked last week. I don't know what happened there.
That's exactly right. I don't know what happened there.
Is not the type of thing to promote on live.
Well, I just don't know what happened there. Why is this not working for why is this? How about what is this? Last week. Last week. "88 hours, 5 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock." Yeah. That's why I don't know what happened last week.
That is a lot of hours.
88 hours. Man. I'm already on it this morning, you know. But how about you?
I've been on it all night. That's the only way I can make these 8 o'clock shows.
Oh, that's horrible. Handicap thing going on. What in the balls? The thing is messing up.
What do I have here?
So, who we got here today? Man, no Glenn. Oh, that's early.
Isn't it like 1 a.m. or 3 a.m.?
I don't know. He'd be up.
It's already Tuesday where he is.
Yeah.
Well, I've made 53 cents from my Bitcoin mining.
Yes!
It hasn't even been a week yet. And Bitcoins have raised in value from 350 US dollars to 375 US dollars.
Ooh, you're gonna be retired before you know it.
They're on a steady trend of upping. So that's cool.
Wonder what that's about. Ransomware.
I don't know if that has any part to play in there or not.
It's got to have something to do with it. I don't know how many people are paying though.
Yeah. They don't always have to pay in Bitcoins either, do they?
Well, no, but a lot of them they don't now. But
That may have something to do with it.
does it? You think it lessens the sting any to someone paying the ransom if they're not paying in real money?
Oh no, that's definitely real money. I
Well,
think
it's
that's
real
why.
money that they got to buy the Bitcoin with, but
I mean, but really, virtual currency is the same as regular currency. These dollar bills ain't nothing.
well, no, they've always been virtual, but it's a matter of what you want to put your trust in, like we were talking about the other day. And no one, I mean, it's like it's hard enough to trust the dollar. No one wants to do that, but we don't even have the dollar anymore. It's all credit anyway. But
It's at least backed by a government.
yeah, Bitcoin is not backed by what? What is Bitcoin backed by?
Bitcoin is backed by itself. That's why it's actually working.
That's why it will
Because
fail.
all the transactions are public. And
If you buy, say, if you invest in gold, then you have gold. But if you invest in Bitcoin, there's nothing tangible.
Yeah.
they have real Bitcoins now. You can buy one of those. They also have hardware wallets. So like your Bitcoins are stored on hardware, so you have a tangible thing there. But I mean, the government's just as intangible. Like governments collapse and go into bankruptcy all the time. Ours shut down for like almost a week and since the time that I've been alive.
Yeah, but the shutdown really didn't do anything.
It definitely affected our currency. I know that. That's when like the euro went up even more than the dollar was worth, and it still hasn't recovered. I did read another article that they're talking about including Bitcoin in some big international bank that like holds all currencies. I forget what it is. Dang it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it either. So I looked at it on my phone. And Google is not as good about integrating their history across all devices as they want to claim. Uh, It says it's showing history from all my devices, but I don't see it in there. Yeah, no, it's definitely not in there. Stupid Google. Oh, my history did show me this other link. Have y'all seen this before? I found out about it last year, and I found out about it again because I was actually looking through my Twitter feed for something else. And then I remembered how hypnotic this was. It's the map.norsecorp.com. And here, I'll just share my screen to show you all what it is, so you don't even have to click the link. It shows cyber attacks around the world. Live attacks, hackers' IP addresses, their geolocation, their target location. Gives you some details on who's doing the most attacks. But it's just kind of cool to watch. It's really interesting because I could not figure out what this place is and why is it so important that even like Los Angeles is attacking it.
Which place is that?
Right here. I thought it was either St. Louis or Kansas City. Here, we can zoom in on it some. What is that place? When I looked at maps, it looked like it was Kansas City. Was my most likely guess.
I think that's a little north for Kansas City, isn't it?
What is going on there?
These are live cyber attacks.
Oh.
So
It's like some war game stuff.
yeah, no, it is. It's real
Yeah.
live war games. So this is a map of the U.S. There's that little thingy, and it looks like it's like right here.
Well, I guess.
It's a little bit over to the right of that thingy, so it's got to be somewhere right here. The only big city in that area is St. Louis. Why is St. Louis
Now,
such a
if
big
it's
target?
over a little bit over in Kentucky, could it be Fort Knox?
Is that over that far though?
I'm not sure.
No, because that thing's right there, and that thing's right there. So if we go straight down here,
No.
no,
Good question, then.
it's got to be St. Louis.
Maybe they really don't
Why?
like St. Louis.
Why is St. Louis such a big target? What is in St. Louis technology-wise? Like, I could understand if it was like Omaha. Like, there's major data centers and stuff out there. There's major data centers out here. How come the NSA data center isn't getting attacked? Oh, that is something else that happened this weekend.
Oh.
The NSA had to stop their spying. But it's only slightly. Basically, the NSA isn't allowed to hold the data anymore. They have to ask for court subpoenas because we apparently entrust all of our data to the companies, the privately owned companies, like our internet providers. So they get to keep all that metadata and then give it up whenever the NSA gets court orders to give it up. So it's still being collected, it's still there. They still have free access to it, they just have to go through the judicial system, apparently. Hey, Glenn woke up. Hey, Glenn. How's it going? His ears must have been burning. So, yeah, that's that. That's the exciting news for the weekend, that's for sure. And it's Cyber Monday, and we still have our 35% off sale going on. So if you haven't gone to foolishit.com, get your 35% off now. You didn't break anything, Glenn. Nick, we're getting serious echo on you, man.
Oh, sorry about that. Headset died.
Yeah, Nick was just wondering where you were, so that's why we were talking about you, Glenn.
I notice when people aren't here, and when they are.
Oh wow, from Slashdot.news, apparently the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Kickstarter is about to break the Kickstarter record.
No way.
A Kickstarter to relaunch the series. Over 25,000 fans contributing. It's currently scoring the second highest show Kickstarter on record. Veronica Mars is the #1 Kickstarter. 1,700 kilometers? What is that in American? Like 2 miles? 3 miles? I know that's not right. I was just joking. 1,000-mile chase? What were you chasing for 1,000 miles? Oh, storm chasing? Wasn't that what you were doing? Storm chasing? You chased a storm for 1,000 miles? What? That's not what Google said. Google said it was 1,000 miles. Yeah. Yeah, Google definitely says that 1,700 kilometers is 1,000 miles. I was about to say, I didn't even think there was 1,000 miles in Australia. But yeah, 1,700 kilometers is 1,000 miles. Did you mean 1,700 meters? Because I think that would be right. Nope, that's only 1 mile. Oh, you meant to say 1,000 miles. You didn't add it in your storm. That sounds like fun. Chasing storms all weekend. Did you get any good pictures or video footage that you posted on YouTube, maybe?
He
Like
meant,
some lightning storms?
he meant, oh no. Okay, never mind.
600 kilometers on Saturday alone. His hair got frizzy yesterday.
Oh no.
Yesterday is his Monday? It's Tuesday there, right? Yeah. Why does that taste so burnt? I think I'm about to give up on vaporizers and go back to cigarettes. Post your YouTube link, Glenn, so we can check out your time lapses that you posted. I like storm time lapses. Metris. It's too early to be confusing me. Meters. That's what he meant. It must be too late for him to be typing there. Oh, he had a lightning strike 50 meters from the car. That's less than half a mile away. That's awesome. I'd like to see I'd like to get I was talking with Nick when we were on the beach that we should, if there was a lightning storm, that would have been cool drone footage. There's nothing cooler than a lightning storm going out over the ocean. That's like one of the coolest things I've seen. Besides having seen a lightning storm from above the clouds. Like if you're in a commercial airplane and you fly over a lightning storm, that is pretty awesome. Yards, meters, feet. It's too confusing, Glenn. Oh, something else I learned this weekend is if there is ever a disease outbreak, I'm either going to the outback of Australia or more than likely, because of travel requirements and restrictions, I will probably be going to northern Canada or Alaska. Probably just northern Canada because it won't matter there. It is way too early on a Monday for me. But, the reason I'll be going to either the outback or northern Canada is because that's the least likely place for infectious diseases to spread. Because there's no people there. And I most likely wouldn't be able to make it to Australia without getting infected, because then I'd have to be on one of those death traps that would carry the infection all over the world anyway, so i.e. a plane or a boat confined of people carrying all the diseases. Well, I mean, dust actually would be much better for me than ice, because that's what's in northern Canada and Alaska. Ice and wilderness. I'd probably stop by and pick up Tank.
Yay!
Just so we can have someone that knows what they're doing.
He's gonna pick you up to use you. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Oh. It doesn't sound so good when you put it like that, Johnny.
Yeah, thanks. Because I trust his judgment. Although, Tank, how would you fare in northern Canada? Like, I'm talking way northern Canada.
Good question. Don't know.
Because, like, when I was thinking about the two, I was like, I'd prefer going to Australia because it's warm, but I'd have to either fly or take a boat there, and that's going to be unlikely versus taking a car straight up to Canada. But
I don't know if you're going that far north, you'd about have to hook up with some of the natives up there that live up there, the Inuits.
But see, that's the problem. We'd have to stay away from people.
But I'm just saying, up there, that if you get so far up north, in the wintertime, there's going to be no food. You'll have plenty of water.
Yeah. Well,
I would stick near a forest, even in Canada.
It's also good to know that he'd take Tank and not me.
I think you were implied that you were going. I thought that was
if she
implied.
survives.
Let's see if any of us survive long enough to go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, we would definitely have to keep an eye on it if it goes when it started out, and start making our trek as soon as it started to look like it was spreading too fast.
And you wouldn't have to go all the way to Canada. There's plenty of places in the Rockies that are people free.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Canada, like Montana, Canada border, the national forest there, be a good place to go. Plenty of resources.
Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you what has brought this on.
All right.
Hopefully, they will not copyright violate us for just showing a picture of it, but hold on. This is from the Vox, What is Bill Gates Afraid of? And he is afraid of a deadly disease outbreak. And this is why. So these are the places, and I think this is based off of the Spanish flu, which killed as many people as World War II did in between World War One and World War II. So the Spanish flu in 1918. No, that's not between World War. When was World War One?
It ended in 1919.
Okay, so yeah, that is in between.
Or 1918 or 1919.
Yeah. So the Spanish flu, if it was here today, because of the mass means of travel, this is how fast that would have spread around the world, and it would have killed 33 million people. But you can see where it would not have killed people is in Australia in the outback.
Looks like in deserts and cold weather, because you can see some of the deserts in Africa aren't covered either.
Yeah, Russia, and the deserts, and the Congo.
So
Not
Canada, Greenland,
Congo.
or Siberia, and you're good in Australia.
The Amazon. You have a nice little spot in the Amazon.
Yeah, you probably can't even get there.
Yeah.
There's enough other things in the Amazon that will kill you. They just didn't need to add another one.
Yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, it looked like Canada and northern Alaska were going to be our best bets. We wouldn't have to take a boat or a plane, so we wouldn't get killed by people. I think around this line, we'd probably have to start walking. I'm assuming probably why this line exists here. Doubt there's many roads up through here.
There would be probably more roads in the winter than there would in the summer.
That's very true. So, but going up there during the winter would suck.
Well, I don't think you'd have to stay there permanently. Once everybody died, you can just come back south.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, is if we just go up there and stay for a while everybody died out, then we could come back.
I'd be fine going to Canada.
The whole lay of the land. But yeah, see, in 240 days, this is what was projected. So that's pretty crazy. And it shows you earlier where it starts off at. So we're all pretty much in this area where it starts off at.
That's a long way to hold our breath.
So at about this time, we need to start booking it. Basically, if all of Europe gets covered, we need to start booking it to the north. So if a disease outbreak ever happens and covers most of Europe, we need to leave.
It looks like we need to head west and then north.
Yeah. So we could start off in Vermont and or in Wyoming and Colorado, and then go north.
I'm not going anywhere near Vermont.
No, that's a bad area.
Wyoming's always a good place to start. It's the least populated state in the lower 48.
And I think Isn't this where they had the Ebola outbreak?
I was getting ready to say that looks awful familiar.
Yeah.
Close to it, I think. But
And that
that's
was
not
day
it.
44. So day 44, it was just there. By day 100, it's taken over most of Europe. And by day 259, it's killed the world.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So hopefully one of us is immune and can survive that. Fox, don't copyright me. I don't think you'll be able to since it's inside the YouTube thing, inside a live hangout. But
That line in
give
Canada
credit
seems to
for it.
follow the most northern major highway.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Once we got to that point, we were probably hoofing it.
Bring your snowshoes.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to go that far north, so I mean, we just have to get past the
Away from
people places. So I think
No, there's plenty of forest big enough, not that far north, that won't have people in it.
pretty sure if we got at least 20 miles away from people, we'd be mostly alright.
Unless we're carrying the disease with us.
That's true, unless one of us is immune and a carrier. Yeah, they have like real grizzly bears up there. And possibly lions and tigers if global warming keeps up.
Well, they have grizzly bears, and you go much further north, you're gonna have polar bears too, and they're meaner
Much meaner.
and bigger.
And wolves. And
Lions and tigers.
well, I said if global warming keeps up, then we'll have those.
I guess you didn't get it.
No, I did. Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
Oh my.
But we'd only
Don't
have,
forget Bigfoot.
yeah, and Bigfoot. Is Bigfoot in Canada? I thought he was only in the American.
Oh, Bigfoot's said to be everywhere.
Well, at some point he turns into the abominable snowman.
I think that's only in the Himalayas.
The Himalayan Bigfoot.
I don't know. The Yeti.
Let's see what kind of Bigfoot sightings are in Canada. Well, they call them Sam Squanches up there. And they do have sightings of them up there.
Trailer Park Boys, when they all started beating each other up with baseball bats. Because they were watching the documentary on Sam Squanches.
Where's that other
That is a sweet GIF. I am keeping that GIF. Thank you for that GIF. This GIF was taken from SasquatchCanada.com. Check that page out. That's pretty awesome. Lots of good info there. But check out this awesome GIF. See if we can just open it. Yeah, open this tab. This is an awesome GIF. Oh, that's the wrong stupid window and the wrong thing. There we go. There we go. Isn't that like the best use of a GIF you've ever seen? GIF, whatever. GIF. That's really creative.
Man in a monkey suit.
He looks so casual. She looks so casual. Like, no other animal in nature walks like that. Like, every animal out in the wild either, like, prowls or does something other than just casually walks through the jungle. That's how you know this is fake.
I bet he's whistling too.
Yeah, right? I'm just strolling along. I see you people.
How should I walk? Walk casual, but not too casual.
Just want to make sure you're not following me.
Howdy, y'all.
I'm going to get my dinner. You are not invited. And Glenn says they have the Yowie in Australia. Glenn, you don't need to make up animals. Australia has enough scary animals. It's like the second most deadliest place on Earth. The first being Snake Island, where everywhere you are like 2 feet away from death.
Sounds like a magical place.
Have y'all not
There's
heard
some
of
home
Snake
there.
Island? Really, have y'all heard of that place?
I want to say I have, but I'm not gonna because I'm not sure.
It's off the coast of Brazil.
I want to say no, but I probably haven't forgot.
That's not a good link for it.
Yeah.
It is.
Glenn. Hold on. This thing on. This thing's on. Cool. Hey, Glenn. Put a link in there. KillEmAll webpage. It's probably the first anybody's seen of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. There
Um,
is a link to Snake Island documentary if you want to check out Snake Island. The show Vice did
I hate snakes.
a thing on it too. Well, you definitely don't want to watch that video then.
But I love KillEmAll. So I put this page up and I started working on documentation, of course, which will apply to D7X. All of it will. If you'll notice, the URL is a subpage of D7X.
I did see that.
And the documentation pages I have up there are that is helpful are the rule variables that we were talking about the other week. I finalized those and got those posted. And some other nifties. But I was wanting to talk to the guys today about getting a build out there.
Do I get to test it beforehand?
No. Because every time you do, we don't get a build out there.
Glenn says the only good snake is a dead snake.
That's right.
That's not true. Snakes are cool.
I don't agree with that either.
Snakes are cool as long as they stay away from me.
Yeah, those are dead.
They're also necessary.
Yeah. Snakes eat rats
But there
and
should be
mice.
things instead of snakes to take their place that are not as snaky.
Cats are lazy.
Speaking of snakes, we're gonna have a dead one if we don't feed him soon.
Pythons can live up to 8 months without food. Even up to
Hey, why don't y'all test it out?
No!
Glenn says a fried snake is okay too.
I won't argue with that.
Huh. I really just need like 20 minutes and then I'm ready to give you a test build.
Okay.
Like 20 minutes of labor. Because I'm working on the update system, making sure that it'll mandatorily update right now and that it's going to do its do its I put in like a little, hey, if this update doesn't work, here's what I was trying to do and here's what you should probably do to fix it.
That's
Little text. So like if right now like I don't have a ton of code in there for failsafe, but I have like a text file that gets outputted to the app folder and started in Notepad to tell them how to fix it if it thinks there's a problem.
Glenn says he's lost dogs over the year to snake bite. And like I said, Glenn, Australia is like the second most dangerous place on Earth. I would.
Except for the infectious diseases outbreaks.
No, that's what Bill Gates is scared of.
Well, I'm saying this is. You said it was the second most dangerous place on Earth. I'm saying except for that.
No, the Snake Island is the most dangerous place on Earth.
Oh, I don't care what the most dangerous. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, even if there is an outbreak, it's still one of the most. It's still the second most dangerous place on Earth.
No, if there's an outbreak, there would be plenty more dangerous places on Earth. Like anywhere that there's a population density of more than Australia.
Kia looks interesting. Is that supposed to be Kia KillEmAll? Not Kia the car? Or are you looking into Kias right now, Glenn? They will take your 1,000 miles, and they do storm chase.
I don't know if I'd want to storm chase a Kia.
What are you talking about?
In the chat, Glenn just said Kia,
Oh.
colon.
Oh. This will be the first D7X code released. Yes, you can say that.
Sleep? What?
There you go.
Yeah.
Kia. Ka.
Kia. I'm done.
My headphone batteries are about to die myself. He has an
Um,
Aboriginal swear word.
Nice.
Means get me a Toyota, I'm stuck again.
yay. Man, we need Cyber Monday. Don't we need to? Oh yeah, we're running a sale. Oh, it's a product launch we needed. How's Crypto Prevent coming?
I am testing it right now. It has over 1,600 software protection policies on maximum, and over 16,000 definitions loaded.
Sweet 16.
It's got a lot of bugs to work out, though, it looks like.
Hmm.
On default, it has over 1,400 policies.
Kind of bugs. Code bugs or something weird in implementation bug.
I think code bugs and design bugs.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Looks like my check key stuff isn't working. My history tab is working. My switch to advanced is working. Alright, well my headphone's about to die as well, and we need to test your KillEmAll so we can get a release out for that. And we've passed our hour, so I think that's our show, folks.
Yeah, man.
We will see everyone tomorrow at 10, Tuesday. It'll be Michael's day, so we'll see what he comes up with on the fly. And then Wednesday, we'll just come up with something on the fly. And Thursday, same thing. And Friday, the same thing. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. If you have any questions, problems, feel free to jump on the IRC chat at foolishtechshow.com and ask away while we're on the show tomorrow. Laters, internet.
Adios.
Laters.